All right, well, we just bought this stack of comic books at my LCS today for 35 bucks. So let's go ahead and take them out of the bags and see exactly what we got. All right, out of the bags, let's get it started. Yeah, nice little LCS pickup for sure. I think we had one last week too, right? Yeah, back-to-back weeks. But I think I got a Facebook order that I'm gonna pick up tomorrow, which will shake things up, which is I'm hoping follows through here. What do we got? Iron Man issue 132. Yes, this was out of the $2 bin. I went to my LCS, picked up a stack of books out of the $2 bin, and then picked out some books from the price per pound special at $2.50 a pound. Pretty similar to what we had last week, but I will gladly take it when they put in new stuff that I want to collect. Tom and Jerry Comics 10 center. I saw this and it looked pretty clean, and this was an absolute instant no-brainer. Obviously for stuff I like to collect. And yes, we are firmly attached. Actually, a lot nicer than I thought. Issue 113. This is old, 1953, but this was cool. I enjoy all mid 50s, early 50s Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Walt Disney Comics, and if I can ever so often find them in the $2 bin, which has been getting a little tougher lately, I'm going to snatch it up 100% just like I did. So that was a cool little pickup for sure. Secret Six. Yeah, do not adjust the dial on your TV, guys. This is a low-grade book for sure, but I picked it up in a $2 bin. Yeah, I get it. That's a big giant rip there at the top, but yeah, I don't care. I picked it up. I wanted it. Why? Because it's a issue number 1, Secret Six, and to be 100% honest with you, I've never read an issue of the Secret Six, but I remember hearing about what the story was about. I think it was like a bunch of different people. You had like different backgrounds, like a scientist and a boxer and like a construction worker and a lawyer or something. I'm probably way off on all this stuff, but I don't believe that they have superpowers. In fact, maybe they do, and I'm just completely not remembering it correctly, which wouldn't be the first time. But I don't think they had superpowers, so they kind of came together and had to work with each other's like strengths and weaknesses and all that stuff, and fight crime. And yeah, I thought it was a cool idea of a comic book, and I remember hearing about that and then seeing it, and I haven't seen a lot of these at all. So when I saw that, I thought it was really cool. I didn't even care what the condition was, and yeah, I picked it up for $2, but I was actually happy to pick that up. Star Wars Tales, $2 bin, issue number 1. I saw this Dark Horse. I thought it was cool. I think I had this in my 7,500 lots, and I think it had some love to it, some wear. And I saw this and it looked pretty shiny and clean, and I figured, what the heck, I'll pick it up. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. But I think with that whole Secret Six thing that I was kind of rambling on about is I think I kind of enjoy maybe superheroes that don't have a lot of superpowers. Maybe it's just like rooting for the underdog type thing, but I tend to kind of not morph, that's not the right word. I kind of teeter towards reading stories of superheroes that don't have a lot of powers like that. What do we got here? Iron Man 133. I cannot talk and look at the same time, but I don't know, maybe it's just, yeah, maybe go back to rooting for the underdog type stuff, but that's type of, it seems to be the characters that I gravitate towards. That's a better word. Iron Man 133. Moving on, and Iron Man issue 114, 35 center, $2 bin. This looks a little lower grade. I probably could have passed on this one, to be honest, but I picked it up just because I don't believe I have this cover issue. And I don't have a lot of Iron Mans, especially not in a 35 cent, 40 cent area, so I figured for $2, I decided to pull the trigger, and the rest is history on that one. And last of the $2 books, Billy the Kid, issue number 70. They threw another one in there, I guess, this week. Looks like we're coming apart at the top staple here. Issue number 70. I'm trying to think what the other issue was the last video, but I think it was maybe a 62 or maybe in 60s. 1969. Yeah, I think that one was 1968 or 67, I think. But I actually read that one after I did that particular stream, and yeah, I like Jonah Hex better, but I do like this particular Western hero, however you want to label him. But I thought I enjoyed a lot of his actual real history. But yeah, Billy the Kid, issue number 70, 12 center. I got it for $2. Moving on. All right, so next up, we got all of the price per pound books. I'm not going to show the entire stack because I bought 8 pounds. So, yeah, it's a pretty big stack. Outlaws, issue number 4, 1991. So every book here was priced per pound at $2.50 a pound. And I think it comes out to about 30 cents a book, which is, again, a pretty crazy deal. And they actually just filled it up yesterday, I believe. They usually kind of add some books on a Tuesday, so I thought that was kind of cool. That's why I was hoping to come down today, which I did. Street Fighter V Free Comic Book Day #1. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna pick up anything Street Fighter that's for 30 cents for sure. Free Comic Book Day or not, I don't know anything about it, but I know I do like Street Fighter, and I'm gonna pick up all the comic books that I can find for that price. Spiral Zone issue number 2. Well, the cool thing about this trip is I was able to find a lot of the Hellblazers that I didn't have from that one video that I just did about a month ago when I drove too far to pick up a bunch of low-grade reader copy Hellblazers. Well, I guess my LCS just got stacked on some books from who knows how, but it has a lot of the issues that I didn't have. The ones that I had collected were about issues 60 and 70 and higher, and a lot of them in here are mixed out through the teens, 20s, and I believe like 30s and 40s, which is actually really cool. I picked up all the ones that I was certain that I did not have, and if there's even maybe like a speck of possibility that I did have it, but I wasn't sure, I picked it up anyways because I'd rather have a duplicate than miss out on a particular issue that I didn't have. Legend of Mother Sarah, issue number 1 of 8, Dark Horse Comics. Looks like it's a little warped and worse than I thought, but yeah, there's a nice mixture of Hellblazers mixed in through here of issues that I don't have, which is cool. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade number 4. I thought this was cool for the price. I do have a lot of the Indiana Jones from, what the heck movie was it? What's the second one? My God. Last Crusade, Temple of Doom. But I don't know if I have the any of the Last Crusade. I believe this follows just like the movie, right? Where like a certain issue almost just kind of goes story by story of the actual movie. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But Last Crusade number 4, that kind of looks a little familiar. I may have that. I have to check, but if not, I wasn't going to pass it up. But yeah, I might have that actually. It looks really familiar now. Hellblazer issue number 32. Does that say 32? Yeah, 32. Yeah, these were cool because I saw that and all these came bagged, and I looked at them and they looked actually really clean, which was really cool because the issues that I got last month or whatever were pretty roughed up reader copies, but these look like 7.0, 8.0 copies, which is actually pretty cool. Hellblazer issue number 35, and I might just go ahead and start bagging and boarding some of those. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. Double feature Ani issue number 1, Ani Press. Yeah, well, I'm trying to think of the heck was that movie? I'm drawing a blank here. They go to Hollywood or whatever, right? Jesus, I can't even think right now. Yeah, that movie. They did a remake. I think it came out like 2001 or whatever. I remember that. I'm drawing a blank, but I thought that was actually a cool little pickup. Issue number 1 for 30 cents, so I thought that was cool. Deathstroke Terminator issue number 8. I won't waste too much time because we got a lot of books here, and I'll go through it quicker, especially on the Hellblazers here. Hellblazer issue number 41. But yeah, like I said in that video, I guess 3 or 4 or 5 videos ago, I do enjoy Hellblazer, and I enjoy reading all the symbolism and the stories and the wacky stories and getting lost in the crazies on that, and it's just really crazy stuff for sure. Hellblazer issue number 39. Does it say on both sides there? Yeah, issue number 39. Moving on. Yeah, I was looking through some artwork on a specific comic book online, actually. What do we got here? New Talent Showcase issue number 3. 32 big pages. But yeah, I was actually reading a book obviously a comic book online or on the internet screen, I should say, and not realizing just how much I hated doing that and annoying that was, and glad that I actually have a lot of these physical books. But I mean, that's just how it is with all that physical stuff, even like games and all that stuff. Hellblazer 71 looks Do I have this one? 71 might be familiar from the other one. I wasn't sure, but I picked it up. But yeah, it's just like it's how it is with everything that I just don't like the trend of where things are going. Everything's Archie issue number 38. Like if we were to take a DeLorean like into the future, like 100 years, Stephen Grant's Enemy issue number 1 of 5. I thought this was cool. I don't know anything about it. 1994. That's some bright ink artwork there. Stephen Grant's Enemy. Moving on, don't know anything about it. But like if we took a DeLorean into the future, like 100 years from now, like everyone's PlayStations and Xboxes like that they owned at that time would like not be working. But like and like all the CDs or like most of the CDs would all be like rotted out and like wouldn't play on the system anymore. But like if you put like a Legends of Zelda or Super Mario Brothers into a Nintendo like 100 years from now, it would like literally still fire right up. Like because it's just that simple of a design, that simple of a mechanical operating device that it's just going to last throughout the years. And that's cool. And that's just, and it kind of goes back to the thing like with video games or comic books, but like even just talking about like video games where like a lot of the stuff that we have is going to end up all being server based. Like you're going to have an internet connection. You're going to have a server or some sort of membership. Archie and Me, issue number 158. And like some sort of monthly fee that you're going to have to pay. And you're going to have the server provide you the product. And as opposed to an actual physical CD and all that stuff. Because like even the physical CDs that you have for like the video games aren't actually on those CDs. It's just the license key that's on those games. It's just the opportunity to actually play the game. But with like a Nintendo, like you have the actual physical game on there and it still plays. Like that stuff's gonna have value. Like that stuff's gonna continue to go up in value because it's always gonna be offline. You're never going to have to require membership. You're never going to have to require to pay someone else or require someone else to supply the service or the internet connection and all that crap. What do we got here? Jesus. Tank Girl, The Odyssey, issue number 1 of 4. Yes, I saw that. Was that 1 of 4? Yeah, 1 of 4. I remember this from a long time ago. I think this book had some value, to be honest. I think this is like a $5 to $8 book. I mean, maybe it's not, but I believe Tank Girl had a little value to it, but either way, I thought this was actually pretty cool. And what year was that? I mean, this looks like 94 or something, right? Maybe 93. Did it even say on the front? June 1995. Tank Girl and Tank Girl: The Odyssey. Shade, A Changing Man, issue number 44. DC Vertigo, don't know anything about it. And Innovation, The Lunatic, Fringe, number 2. I picked it up. Moving on. But yeah, it really bugs me when I think about it. Like, if PlayStation wanted to kind of get dirty and, you know, even if they went out of business, like, my physical CD games wouldn't even work in a PlayStation because I would still need the actual server to connect. Obviously, that's probably not going to happen, but, like, if they're going to continue to force us to do things online and to have basically to sign in and actually, you know, go over the cloud, or obviously not the cloud, but basically just have a server basically send us the game online as opposed to an actual physical copy of it, is just, I don't know, it's just something that I really dislike. And like, no matter what happens to Nintendo, like if they go bankrupt or whatever happens, like, my Nintendo will always work no matter what. No matter how much you try to stop me preventing that game, I'm always going to have my Nintendo games. The Spectre, issue number 2. And I'm always going to have my comic books. But I might not always have my movies or my music and all that stuff in the same manner in the future. And I don't know. I think about that quite a bit. But Deathstroke, Terminator, issue number 5, 1991. Moving on. Hellblazer, issue number 75. I know I had some of the issues in the 70s, but I'm pretty certain we did not see this in the other video. This cover definitely does not look familiar. And actually, another one that looks really clean. A lot of these look really clean, so I thought that was cool. But yeah, I think what also kind of chapped my, you know what, is when I was playing, I think, Minecraft, and then obviously they they would do a lot of the automatic updates, and the updates would actually change the game in a way. And I remember it changed the music, and it kind of, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Minecraft and the music, but it had really cool iconic music. And I actually, when it changed that, it either maybe had an issue or a bug or something, or maybe that was just what the new update actually was meant to do. But it really screwed it up. And I was just thinking, I'm like, this game that I own is completely at the mercy of what Sony wants to do. If they say, hey, we want to cut more trees or add more of these items or cut out this music for whatever reason, or change the graphics on this, like I have no say in it. Like the game that I bought is not set in stone in any way. It's literally just the server can adjust to it and how they want to do it. And I understand that the benefits of doing that. You know, you patch leaks and you fix glitches and all that stuff, and I get all that stuff. Because like the old Nintendo games, you've got a glitch from a game that you bought, like the glitch is still going to be there no matter what. And I get that, and that sucks. But I mean, I think the alternative there is worse, when you can basically just slowly change whatever someone actually bought into whatever you want it to be in the future. And yeah, I guess I just don't like that. Hellblazer issue number 36. Yeah, that was a long segue, but issue number 36, this was cool. Another clean one. This one's got some ticks, but it's black. Always shows up in black. Stephen King's The Graveyard Shift. That was a good book. Yeah, I enjoy Stephen King. I'm reading It now. 1,100 page book. It's, holy God, speaking of 1,100 page book, this thing is massive. Dennis the Menace, Spring Fling, 1971, 25 center. Holy cow, this is a thick book. This might have been a full pound just by itself. I may have paid $2.50 for this book, just not even knowing about it. That's cool though. It's actually fairly clean for Dennis the Menace. They're usually all chewed up. Spring Fling, Dennis the Menace, 1971, 25 center. And another thick one, Animal Man, The Children's Crusade, number 1, 1993. I saw that. I thought it was cool. I like getting old school Dark Horse number 1s and Vertigos and a lot of the short little series of 4 and 8 comics, and I don't know anything about that. What year is this, 93 or something? 93, I swear I didn't look. Nice, that's another really thick one. All right, moving on. But yeah, it's like another thing with like music. Shade, another issue number 63. I don't know anything about this. But like, obviously, right around Napster, if you guys remember that, back in like 1999 or whatever, we're like, oh, we can download all this stuff's gonna be free and we'll never have to pay for it. We'll never have to go down to the CD store and spend $20 on a CD and all that stuff. But then like now things have changed. You put on a song on YouTube, whatever, and all of a sudden the commercials start blasting in the middle of it, and you gotta have certain advertisements all the way through and all that stuff. And sure, it's free and sure, it's great and all that stuff, but like I'd rather just have the actual CD that I can put in and just play it without interruption, and I don't know, not have to be connected to a server. But maybe I'm just getting old in that sense. Hammer of God, Butch 2 of 3. Did we just have another one there? Hammer of God 3 of 3. Did we have Hammer of God 1 of 3? I was too busy yapping. I don't really know anymore. Now we got Hellblazers. Hellblazer issue number 89. This one did not look familiar, so I snatched it up. It's another thing why I like movies are always like Blu-rays and all that stuff. Like you can actually get like an old school Blu-ray player that doesn't require, internet connection, all that stuff. It's just you flip the CD right in and play it, and there's nothing more to it. Tom and Jerry, Gold Key, issue number 252. Yes, they had a lot of Tom and Jerry's. Issue number 252. But yeah, I'm hoping my next lot here is going to be a little bit bigger of a one, both in size of books and in total cost. Hellblazer issue number 56. Another pretty clean one, which is really cool here. And 3 more books. Hellblazer issue number 44. It's a wacky looking cover. Another clean one. Nice. 2 more books and we will be done. Independence Day, Marvel Comics number 1. I'm going to say it's 1994. July 96. Yeah, it's true. Independence Day, wasn't it? I was way off on that one. I can't even guess my years right. Independence Day did not come out until after 94. That's right. And lastly, The Forgotten Realms, issue number 8. And that is where we'll be ending it. Until next time, hopefully I'll have a new shipment coming in of some good stuff. If not, I have no idea. I'll just play it by ear, but that's how things roll. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later.